Hey Providence leaders, it's Aaron giving you an update, a state of the business on where we're at with our missional challenges. If you remember, we started a couple months ago with the 3x3 challenge, so getting 3 people around us into our prayer lives regularly and consistently. Then we did the neighborhood map. We found out just how little we actually know about the people who live closest to us. For me, that was fairly convicting. Next, we got the opportunity to love and to serve those who live nearest to us. We got to mow their lawns or shovel the snow in those crazy snowstorms we had. Or just ask their name, find out what they do. Finally, we canvassed our neighborhood in prayer. So we walked our streets where we live and we asked that God might do powerful and magnificent things through us and in our communities. And that brings us to this week, the invitation. As I learn more about the Bible, as I see it more as a unified story, the more I see this theme, the more I see the invitation. So we invite because we have been invited. So Israel in the Old Testament did not ask God if they could be his people. He invited them. Jesus' disciples in the New Testament did not ask him if they could follow him. He invited them. The thief on the cross does not ask Jesus if he could be with him in paradise. He invites him to. You and I, in our relationships with Christ, we did not ask for it. Jesus initiated it. He invited us. In a similar way, your neighbor is not going to ask if they can come into your home. Probably not. You have to invite them. And we will invite them because we have been invited. Don't get me wrong, this is not easy, but it is what we're called to do. We're called to live sacrificially for our neighbors. We're called to invite them into our homes and to get to know and to love them. It is the way that Christ would have us operate in the here and now. And as leaders, I want to challenge you in this, to challenge you to be bold in this, because frankly, this is where the challenges start to get difficult. They start to get messy when we start inviting people into our lives. They start to get unexpected. But I remind you that that is where Christ thrives. He thrives in the unexpected. He thrives when you need to be dependent on him so that he can showcase his glory through you. So, I challenge you as leaders to demonstrate this well for your groups, to invite people into your home and to let the people in your group see that you're doing that. If you don't do this, if you don't do the challenges as they get more difficult, nobody's going to do them. You need to set a good example for them in this. You need to lean heavily on Christ, and you need to ask others to do the same. If we do this, if we allow Christ to do this through us, I am so excited to see what Christ is going to do in our homes, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, and in our church, what our church will look like a year from now, 5 years from now, if we just invite people into our homes. I think it could make a huge difference. So I'll be praying for you guys in this. I ask that you do the same for me, and I can't wait to hear your stories. Later.